women or even men do not know that the laws allow everyone to own the land. And so because of that ignorance, women tend to lose the land because of those gaps. Like, can I say, understanding of laws gaps? Because they do not know, then they think the land now belongs to men, because in those remote communities that we work, there is a lot of ignorance, whereby now men are misusing that kind of not knowing the laws to grab the land from women. And so the men are selling the land or are giving the land away, and the women lack the land. They are giving it for investment. They are selling it for investment. So the family suffers, and especially women and children, because men have sold the land, have given the land away. And women, because they are considered children and people who do not participate in decision-making over land, now they end up not having the land. They end up finding other places which are, again, dangerous for them. Remember, women use land for farming, to collect firewood, to get medicine, to get, all these materials that women actually use. But they do not have this land because the minors have taken the land, the men have taken the land. And they think because they do not know the law, when the men say, oh no, women, you do not have a right to own land, then women end up losing the land. And so this project trained these people on the laws, on the procedures, that the laws of Tanzania and the constitution allow all of us, women and men, to own land equally. But we don't only end up training them. After training, the projects now go to the extra mile. There is a so-called, in Tanzania, land use plans. The land use plans help to allocate different land uses to make sure that there is land for, let's say, for mining, there is land for settlement, there is land for farming, like kind of that. And so there is also a land that is not yet allocated any uses, of which the project is advocating to make sure that women are given those lands. But also, even the land that is owned by the family, we are advocating to make sure that the family, we mean the husband, the male children who are actually prioritized to own the land, also women own the land. And to make sure that that happens, now the project is supporting some representative from the community to provide them the so-called CCROs, customary certificate right of occupancy, if I'm saying it correctly, and the criteria for these people to be given those certificates include actually the criteria include these people could be widows, women whose their husband has passed away, to make sure that the land remain on the hand of a widow, of which in most cases we find that a married child have actually owned the land, and so the mother doesn't own. So we try to train them and tell them, you know what, you are just a child, regardless of your age. You find this mother owning this land, even if the husband has passed away, but they found it together. So you found it here owned by your parents. That's one of the criteria. Second criteria is actually a man or a husband that is willing to be given a certificate that have a joint CCRO. Like we write Joyce and Philip. If that man does not want his land to be owned by both a wife and a husband, or a man and his female relative, or his daughter, those are the people we try to kind of we don't give them the certificates, because we are trying to make sure that women have voices, are part and parcel of decision makers over the land. And so that's currently what the project is to make sure that women are also enjoying the land, especially in the mining communities, where the mining is, where the land is actually being taken for investment, and women are the one who suffers. And so Zawadi has just said that this project is phasing out. It was a 3 years project, and it's actually phasing out on 30th June. But we hope, we have actually developed another phase of the project from the very same donor, and it looks like it's going to be yes. So we are going to start again on 1st July, and it will continue for another 3 years. And now the focus still remains the same, to make sure that women own the land, access the land, women enjoy the benefit from the land, but also from the mining. And then, in addition to that, the next project is actually building the capacity of the constitutions, including traditional leaders who are like decision makers at the community level. LGAs, the LGAs, local government authorities, all these people who make decisions at the village level to make sure that they voice up for women's land rights. Yeah, that is in brief, but if you have specific questions, kindly you can ask us. But something else we just did, and then it just ended in March this year. This project has just ended. It was only a six-month project. It was kind of a pilot from one of the donors. It's actually to train women to, what do I call it? Like to add value the minerals, especially the gemstones, the Tanzanite ones. Because women mostly do not engage in the masculinity sector, because we all know that the mining sector is a bit masculinity. Now we are trying to tell women that that's not the only way you can benefit from this. You can also add value of those raw materials, those minerals that people think they are now useless. So we try to make the earrings, the rings, the chains, and good materials that they are currently making to get some money. And that is it for now.